think that I don't know if I said it like that, but it's similar. But yeah, on the other side of the wall, they say you ain't trying if you ain't cheating. And I say I don't cheat. You know, when I try, I'm trying to win.
Of course. We really getting into it. He like, bro, I ain't gotta do this. Yeah, I can go chill and go on my boat. I ain't gotta be picking you up every day and spending time with you and making sure you do. I ain't gotta do this.
Right.
So about
Adrien Broner has finally spoken out about Gervonta Davis's arrest, and his remarks were surprisingly harsh coming from someone who considers Gervonta like a little brother. In a video posted to his Instagram, Broner stated he doesn't have a problem with people making mistakes or ending up behind bars, but what genuinely bothers him is watching the same person land in jail repeatedly for the exact same issue. He mentioned he has no problem with Gervonta getting into trouble since he's caused plenty himself, but called it shameful that these repeated incidents keep involving the same pattern with women, adding that it's simply unacceptable.
Spending 20 to 30, 20, 25 a night at each club though. I fucked up a lot of money, but we straight. Yeah. If I knew what I knew now, we would have way more.
What you would have did different now?
I tell everybody though, they always ask if you can do it again, would you change anything?
True to his self-description as a troublemaker, Adrien Broner has indeed cycled in and out of jail multiple times for various offenses including robbery, assault, public intoxication, and gun possession among others. Broner continued with more blunt commentary, stating that any man who strikes a woman becomes his personal enemy, calling it a strange kind of crime to commit. Known for being outspoken about relationships, Broner then shifted to talking about how women deserve care and protection rather than confrontation, describing them as delicate and deserving of being treated gently, almost like something fragile that needs looking after, expressing hope that Gervonta takes this lesson to heart.
I'm gonna put y'all on some game, man. Like, if it ain't got the money to pay for something, we just can't get it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta wait till we get the money to get it. Now, females, if they ain't got the money to get something, shit.
Turning to Gervonta Davis's situation with women specifically, Broner elaborated further, explaining that Tank has genuinely been dealing with a lot. He noted that his friend has consistently ended up with the wrong kind of women throughout his life, and while these relationships clearly bring him trouble, that still doesn't justify raising a hand against anyone. Instead, Broner suggested Gervonta needs to focus on personal growth so he attracts healthier relationships going forward, expressing hope that things improve and that he begins some kind of therapy, adding that everyone needs to keep working on themselves daily. Meanwhile, the planned rematch between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach remains uncertain following Tank's arrest on July 11th. Davis was taken into custody on domestic violence charges involving his former girlfriend. The incident reportedly occurred on June 15th, Father's Day, when Davis arrived to pick up his children from his ex-partner's residence in Coral Gables, Florida.
That was when I won my third world title at 47.
Yeah.
I never spent no money. So I would get a check and just give it to my mom. And she'll give me like allowance every Friday. One day, I swear to God on everything I love.
According to reports, an altercation occurred where Davis allegedly struck his ex-partner on the back of her head and slapped her face, resulting in a cut inside her lip. Tank was taken into police custody but has since been released. Lamont Roach initially stated the day after the incident that their scheduled rematch would proceed as planned on August 16th, though that no longer seems to be the case. Speaking during one of his live streams, Roach mentioned hearing that Davis was already released from custody, adding that despite all the speculation about the fight potentially falling through, everything remains on track for August 16th, with everyone simply waiting on the official confirmation.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. You got handcuffs.
Roach had previously responded to news of Gervonta Davis's arrest by saying he genuinely hoped the allegations weren't true, since he doesn't wish jail time on anyone. Meanwhile, Davis continues making headlines for troubling reasons. His performance in the initial matchup against Roach faced heavy criticism, with some suggesting Tank lacked motivation and didn't approach the fight with proper seriousness. Roach, however, delivered an impressive performance. Reports indicate that PBC had already begun searching for an alternative date even before Davis's arrest took place. Davis reportedly halted his training for 3 weeks following the June 15th incident prior to being arrested, making it increasingly unlikely the rematch will actually happen on the scheduled August 16th date.
The battery. Turn around. Violence. Put your hands behind your back. You got handcuffs?
Instead, PBC is attempting to reschedule the bout for either August 23rd or August 30th, with the feasibility of those alternative dates currently under review. Given everything that's unfolded recently, questions naturally arise about Davis's mental state heading into a potential rematch, assuming it even happens on August 16th as originally planned. Their initial encounter took place back in March and concluded in a contentious majority draw. Davis took what appeared to be an intentional knee during round 9, which officials didn't count as a knockdown, leaving fans and analysts confused. Roach delivered what was arguably the toughest test of Tank's career and cost him his unblemished record. Davis now stands at 30 wins, 1 draw with 28 knockouts, while Roach holds a record of 25 wins, 1 draw, 10 by knockout.
Tank can go get you if you're running away, because Tank is very good at knowing the distance where he has most leverage on his punches. If you think about Mike Tyson is strange to say, but he wasn't great with his power when he was very close on the inside. Mike Tyson was a mid-range puncher.
Roach demonstrated he could absorb Davis's hardest punches while landing his own effective counters that visibly staggered Tank, which is exactly why fans are eagerly anticipating this rematch. Davis, meanwhile, continues struggling to stay out of trouble outside the ring. This certainly isn't his first legal issue, and these latest allegations carry significant weight. The problems keep accumulating for Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Just hours following his high-profile arrest and subsequent release on bail, the boxer became the center of yet another controversy, this time surrounding claims of preferential treatment during his jail release.
I can tell you that this is a first for me, because as Davis was walking out of the Turner Guilford Night Center, he had 3 corrections officers surrounding him, not really allowing reporters to get close to him to ask him questions. That said, I did ask those questions as to his allegations. He is accused of striking his ex-girlfriend, the mother of his children. I asked him about those charges.
Davis was taken into custody early Friday morning in Miami Beach on charges related to an assault against the mother of his children. The situation traces back to a dispute last month involving the mother of his kids. What reportedly started as a verbal disagreement escalated when Davis allegedly punched her in the face. Tank spent several hours in custody before posting bail, but the circumstances surrounding his release have triggered renewed criticism. Davis was released from the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center in Florida at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, July 6th, accompanied by 3 officers from the Miami-Dade Corrections and Rehabilitation Department.
Hoya, I was doing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focused on. He already did what he had to do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way. Yeah.
He exited the facility with his face covered by a white t-shirt and refused to answer questions from reporters, who his security team kept at a distance. Major media outlets have since contacted Miami-Dade Corrections seeking clarification about what appeared to be preferential escort treatment. Officials have not yet responded to these inquiries. The altercation reportedly happened on Father's Day. Local media reports indicate Davis had come by to pick up his children when an argument broke out with his ex-girlfriend. She alleges Davis struck her on the back of the head and slapped her, causing a laceration.
Domestic and battery charges against his baby mother, who's the mother of 2 of his children, Vanessa Paso, I believe her name is. Now, I want to do this in a certain order because I think since people kind of stopped watching videos midway through, I'm going to put some of the most important points I want to make.
This remains a serious matter, and if found guilty, Davis's career could face significant jeopardy as a result. Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, however, came to Tank's defense in a recent interview, telling Radio Raheem his thoughts on the situation.
Gervonta Davis is accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in Doral.
And this is not the first run-in with the law. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live outside of the jail in West Miami-Dade.
And I know you have some details on this latest arrest for the boxer, Roy.
Christy in Alexis, the charge he is facing is battery.
Bill Haney expressed hope that Gervonta Davis and the mother of his child find whatever support they need and that Gervonta can return to being the superstar athlete he is. Their contentious first meeting took place in March, where Davis held onto his WBA lightweight title through a majority draw decision. The rematch appears set for August 16th, which Roach has insisted will still move forward as planned.
Vocal trying to talk to you about some things. Tank Davis, he got arrested. I mean, any thoughts on that one?
You did, huh? Again?
Yeah, again.
Hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites. Just get together, man. That's it, basically. Get your shit,
It's widely known that Terrence Crawford and Gervonta Davis don't particularly care for each other. Their rivalry, which began during the build-up to Crawford's matchup against Davis's then close friend Errol Spence Jr., has continued escalating, further intensified by rising tension between Davis and Crawford's ally Shakur Stevenson. Their feud hit a peak earlier this year when Crawford jokingly mocked the WBA lightweight champion for expressing frustration about being left out of a Ring magazine event held in London.
90 days home detention while serving at a four-season hotel and a $3.4 million penthouse rather than trainer Calvin Ford house as the judge agreed. This is the reason why Tank is not being jailed. Gervonta Davis' lawyer argued that the house was too small for security staff. Additionally,
today, Gervonta Davis was arrested for domestic. He's the champion in your division. What do you think about what's your reaction to that?
I don't know about that. I don't know Tank personally, and I really got nothing to say. I just wish him the best. Everything inside the ring, outside the ring.
Definitely. Shakur fights tomorrow. That's another.
Davis responded with personal insults directed at Crawford and his family, rapidly intensifying their conflict. Now, as Gervonta Davis prepares for his August 16th rematch against Lamont Roach Jr., he's confronting fresh legal complications. This time around, Crawford has opted to comment, but with noticeable restraint, avoiding petty back and forth jabs. Despite Gervonta Davis's relationship with his ex-girlfriend having ended a while back, the two continue co-parenting their 2 children together. Though arrested and subsequently held at the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center under a $10,000 bond, Gervonta Davis has since secured his release after posting that bond. So how exactly did Terence Crawford respond to this news?
Boxing champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis has been arrested and charged with battery in South Florida. Police allege the Baltimore native assaulted his ex-girlfriend during an argument on Father's Day in Doral, Florida. Davis was arrested and booked by Miami Beach police, and a judge set his bond at $10,000.
Yesterday, IFL TV sat down with Terence Crawford to cover various topics, ranging from Shakur Stevenson's fight against William Zepeda to Crawford's own massive showdown against Canelo Alvarez scheduled for September 13th in Las Vegas. But the conversation shifted when the reporter brought up that day's breaking news, mentioning that Gervonta Davis had unfortunately run into trouble and asking what advice Crawford might offer someone in Tank's position. Playing it cautiously, the 37-year-old delivered a measured, diplomatic answer, stating he wasn't aware of what was happening in Davis's personal life, that it was Davis's own matter to handle, and that he was focused on his own business, the one that actually pays him.
Gervonta Davis get in some trouble. What advice would you have for someone like Tank Davis? Man, I don't know what's going on with him and his personal life. You know, that's on him. You know, I'm mind the business that pays me. That's my business.
Well, Terrence, thank you so much for your time as always on NFL TV. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Even though Gervonta Davis had previously targeted both Crawford and his wife with insults, the undefeated 4-division champion chose not to sink to that same level. That said, when the topic shifts purely to boxing, Crawford has no problem making his opinion known about where Davis currently stands. Crawford shared his thoughts on the Baltimore native's upcoming rematch against Lamont Roach Jr. a few months back on the Ring Champs podcast with Akin Barak. He acknowledged Roach's impressive showing in their first meeting but expressed doubt about him replicating that success. I'm not sure I do. I think Lamont Roach did his thing that particular night, but I just feel like the winning formula that he used. He won't be able to duplicate that. If there's more of the transcript to continue, feel free to paste it and I'll keep going in the same style.
You know, unfortunately, Tank, he was arrested today. He had some personal incident. My question for you is the impact to his career. You know, he's had these roller coasters, these ups and downs, and, you know, he's a star. What do you think about it?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, Tank, I've been saying he needs therapy. That's all I said.
He added he expects a better version of Tank to show up, but at the same time feels Roach fought at the absolute peak of his abilities that night and probably can't exceed that performance. Moving to Gervonta Davis's current legal troubles, even Oscar de la Hoya has offered his own advice for the 30-year-old fighter. That covers where things currently stand with Tank Davis, a star who once burned bright and was considered the heir apparent to Floyd Mayweather, but now finds himself wrestling with personal struggles and facing the difficult challenge of recovering from a position he's never encountered throughout his entire career, all while dealing with serious legal matters as well. Recently, Gervonta Davis has mainly kept his close relationship with Adrien Broner intact, someone he grew tight with during their shared time under Floyd Mayweather's camp.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Does he look like Tank?
No.
Nah. I'm about to get out of here.
Me too. All right. So, message to your fans, Adrien. What do you tell people who love you and support you?
Support me, follow me, and I'll fight for y'all. Man, you already know. AB, Adrien Broner, always bomb.
Do you know which stars are coming yet?
Huh?
Which celebrities are coming today to the fight?
Man.